रेगुलर का मेरा डायलॉग है, ये जिसको जोड़ो। बाय द वे मैं आपको अपडेट दे देती हूँ, मैंने जो समथिंग सुपर एक्साइटेड दैट इज़, मैं सोच रही हूँ कि मैं अपने ही जो लेसन्स है उसको थोड़ा डिस्क्राइब करूँ आपके सामने, सो दैट आई इन्जॉय टू डिस्क्राइब। मतलब मैं जोर जोर से डिस्क्राइब क्या है, मैं वाकई आपको बोल देती हूँ कि मुझे डिस्क्राइब कर करके पढ़ना बहुत अच्छा लगता है। दैट समथिंग समवन लिसन टू मी एंड थोड़ा टीचर काइंड ऑफ थिंग का एक फीलिंग आता है। सो आई एम थिंकिंग कि वैसे भी मेरा टेस्ट होने वाला था, कल एक टेस्ट था विच आई गॉट फॉर दैट, एंड मुझे पता नहीं अब सीरीज ऑफ टेस्ट चलेंगे, ओरल टेस्ट चल रहे हैं सब कुछ, एंड देन द प्रॉपर टेस्ट इज़ गोना बी हैपन। सो मैं थोड़ा डिस्क्राइब कर करके पढ़ूँ। इफ़ someone get help to my video, it will be very much helpful to them, so it will mean to me a lot and yeah, but उससे पहले जो काम है, मुझे बहुत ज़ोर की भूख लगी है। फ्रॉम माई हेयर यू कैन सी ये थोड़ा ग्रीसी ग्रीसी लग रहा है बिकॉज मैंने ऑयलिंग की है एंड मैं अभी शावर से रिटर्न आई हूँ। आई गॉट रेडी एंड मैं अभी बैठी हूँ आप सबके सामने एंड मैं जाऊँगी अभी खाना लेने, ब्रेकफास्ट लेके आपसे यहाँ पे मिलती हूँ। तब तक के लिए थोड़ा वेट करो, ओके बाय। ओके गाइस, मैं आ गई हूँ अपनी ब्रेकफास्ट लेकर। अ बोल फुल ऑफ ब्रेकफास्ट। इसमें क्या है मैं आपको वो भी बता रही हूँ। इट्स अ वेरी ट्रेडिशनल बंगाली खाना है विच आई लव टू ईट सिंस व्हेन आई वाज स्मॉल। आई थिंक मैंने बहुत सारे इंग्लिश, इंडियन, तमिल, तेलुगु, पंजाबी बहुत सारे खाना हमने ट्राई कर लिया है, बट आई लव द बंगाली फूड द मोस्ट बिकॉज उसमें बहुत सिंप्लिसिटी भी है और यू कैन डू इट। एंड मैं आपको रिकमेंड करूँगी आप भी करो। मॉर्निंग में उठो, आई डोंट नो, आई थिंक पफ्ड राइस बोलते हैं उसको इंग्लिश में, बंगाली में बोलते हैं मूड़ी। सो पफ्ड राइस, मिल्क, यू कैन ईदर टेक द कोल्ड मिल्क, सॉरी कोई आ गया तो मुझे लगा सॉरी। अच्छा, इधर यू कैन टेक कोल्ड मिल्क और यू कैन टेक द हॉट मिल्क एंड आई पर्सनली लव द हॉट वन बिकॉज मैं सिर्फ कोल्ड कॉफ़ी ही पीती हूँ विद चोको चिप्स, बट रेदर आई गेट कोल्ड, आई लव हॉट मिल्क, हॉट टी, एवरीथिंग। ठंडी चाय तो वैसे भी कोई पीता नहीं है, मैं थोड़ी एक्सट्रीवर्जिट हूँ, that's why I told like this one. No, nothing. And adds little bit of sugar or any other sugary things you can add it and you can have that one. And it's very full and refreshing also. Just loved it. ये रेगुलर मेरा नहीं चलता है, आई इट इट ट्वाइस थ्राइस, और कभी कभी मुझे अच्छा लगता है तभी मैं खाती हूँ, बट इट्स वेरी फुल एंड बहुत टाइम तक आपके स्टमक में भी रहता है। एंड मैं उस तरफ क्यों बार बार देख रही हूँ, आपको थोड़ी देर में दिखाऊंगी। मेरे सामने जो हमारा नेबर है उनके छत पे 3 डॉग्स है, एक एलसीसी है, एक लैब्राडोर डॉग है एंड अनदर वन दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है, एक ब्लैक कलर का डॉग है। सो दे आर सो वेरी गुड, दे ऑलवेज प्ले इन दिस टेरेस, सो आई जस्ट लुक एट देम। खड़े हो जाओ, चलो बेबी खड़े हो जाओ। तो मैं फटाफट ब्रेकफास्ट खा लेती हूँ बिकॉज मुझे बात करते करते खाना बिल्कुल अच्छा नहीं लगता एंड इट इज़ नॉट गुड हैबिट एट ऑल। तो मैं फटाफट खाना ख़त्म करके फिर आपसे मिलती हूँ, देन वी हैव समथिंग मोर टू डू इट। ओके गाइज, सो देखो मैंने यहाँ पर ऑलरेडी आई हैव मेड अ टू डू लिस्ट फॉर मी, दैट इज़ ऑफ 16 एंड टुडे इज़ वेडनेसडे। मैंने एक टू डू लिस्ट बना लिया है, इसको इग्नोर करो, बहुत सारा पेपर रख पाओगे। तो यहाँ पे जो भी मेरे टू डू लिस्ट में मेंशन किया हुआ होता है दैट इज़ ऑल कम्प्लीटली डन। जो मेंशन नहीं किया होगा दैट इज़ नॉट गोइंग टू हैपन इन एनी वे। सो यहाँ पर मैंने जो टू डू लिस्ट आज के लिए बनाया है, व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू, माय क्लास इज़ गोइंग टू बी स्टार्टेड and I have my 2 tuition classes and my self study and my video shoot and yeah, this thing. If I think necessity some of the things going to be happen, I will definitely input into this. और ये वाला हो क्या है, so which all जो previously मैंने जब कल दिया था, that my second servicing of my scooty and my classes and some breaks and some studies. सो मैंने टिक मार दिया था, एज यू कैन सी देयर आर टिक्स टिक्स टिक 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 एवरीथिंग। आपको दिखाते हो एक इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग विच वाज माय बर्थडे। तो ये देखो बर्थडे के यहाँ पर मैंने एक सिंबल बनाया था, वन फ्लावर सिंबल मैंने बनाया था। एंड प्रीवियसली मैं आपको दिखाती हूँ बहुत पीछे का मैंने जो वीडियो बनाया था, हाउ डू आई सर्वाइव माई क्वारंटाइन अटैक, उसमें भी मैंने आपको दिखाया होगा, यहाँ नहीं दिखाया मुझे पता नहीं है। बट द थिंग इज़ दैट जब भी मुझे एग्ज़ाम होता है, सो आई पुट लाइक दिस टाइप ऑफ मार्क, यू कैन सी हियर, ऐसा एक मार्क मैं बना के रखती हूँ जब मुझे एग्ज़ाम होता है। यू कैन सी दिस इज़ अ मार्क्स विच आई डू and suppose the days go regular for me and it is common for me, I used to get this regular tags and this if I'm so very busy then it's busy tags। एंड आपको मैं प्रॉपर जो एग्ज़ाम के लिए मैंने अच्छा वाला सा एक बना के रखा था वो मैं आपको दिखाती हूँ। ये देखो ये फ्लावर, कैन यू सी दिस फ्लावर, दिस वन हियर 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 आई हैव मेड द फ्लावर्स बिकॉज हमारे हैं 4 to 5 सब्जेक्ट्स, तो वो गैप के बेसिस पे हो रहे थे, तो मैंने इस पर ऐसे फ्लावर्स बनाया था। तो और तो एग्ज़ाम हुआ नहीं, अभी होगा। एंड दिस डे इज़, ये जो मैंने डे ऑलरेडी यहाँ पे देखो कुछ मेंशन नहीं है, यहाँ पे मेंशन नहीं है, यहाँ पे मेंशन नहीं है, बट दिस डे इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर मी। ये किसी का बर्थडे है, सो इसीलिए मैंने यहाँ पर इसको हाईलाइट करके रखा है दैट आई डोंट फॉरगेट इट, बिकॉज मैं इसको दिन में आई थिंक 5 to 6 टाइम्स मैं इसको चेक करती हूँ दैट आई डू फॉर इट और नो, और क्या क्या मुझे और करना है तो मैं चेक करती हूँ इसमें, तो दैट्स आई डोंट फॉरगेट इट। और ये ट्यूसडे है, कमिंग ट्यूसडे आई थिंक है बर्थडे का डेट है। सो या सो माई टू डू लिस्ट इज़ बिन डन एंड आई एम गोइंग टू स्टडी, बट फर्स्ट मैं खुद पढ़ूँगी, उसको समझूँगी, देन मैं यहाँ पे डिस्क्राइब करूँगी, बिकॉज आई थिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन करते करते अगर पढ़ेंगे तो वी फील गुड मोटिवेशन। दिस बाय दिस टाइप मैं पढ़ाई करती हूँ एंड आई डेफिनेटली लाइक दिस टाइप ऑफ थिंग कि ज़ोर ज़ोर से चिल्ला के जितना पढ़ो उतना ही आपके ब्रेन फंक्शन करता है, एंड दैट्स द थिंग व्हाट आई एम गोना डू। And if you like this technique, then you can also follow it. एंड कमेंट में मुझे ज़रूर नीचे सेक्शन में जा मतलब मुझे बोल के तुम्हें इन्फॉर्म करना कि आप लोगों को कैसा लगा कि ये टेक्निक। मुझे पता नहीं है बिकॉज ऑल आर नॉट सेम। सबको कोई होता है डिफरेंट टाइमिंग ऑफ वे टू रीड, डिफरेंट वेट और टाइप्स टू रीड। कि किसी को मैंने देखा है एकदम मुंह बंद करके एकदम हल्के पढ़ते हैं तो उनको लर्न हो जाता है, बट एट द टाइम ऑफ माइंड इट नॉट गोना वर्क एट ऑल। मुझे ये मुंह बंद करके पढ़ना अच्छा बिल्कुल भी नहीं लगता और होता भी नहीं है। ज़ोर से एकदम पढ़ो, चिल्ला के। ऐसे भी नहीं कि बहुत ज़ोर से चिल्ला रहे हो, यू जस्ट रीड इन अ नॉर्मल साउंड काइंड ऑफ थिंग एंड आप उसको अंडरस्टैंड करो, क्वेश्चन करो खुद को कि वाई इट इज़ हैपनिंग, व्हेन इट इज़ हैपनिंग, द डेट टाइम पर्टिकुलरली आप उसको अपने आप को क्वेश्चन पूछो। सो इट विल बी गोना वर्क बेटर फॉर मी। सो मैं अपनी टेक्निक आप सबके साथ शेयर करने वाली हूँ टुडे इन दिस वीडियो। सो इफ़ यू लाइक दिस वन, सो यू लाइक दिस टेक्निक्स एंड डू फॉलो दिस वन एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो, जैसे मैंने बोला। ओके सो लेट्स गेट इनटू दिस वन। तो मैं फर्स्ट पढ़ूंगी देन आपको डिस्क्राइब करूंगी बिकॉज दिस इज़ द फर्स्ट वन दिस आई एम गोइंग फॉर दिस नोबल। ये एक नोबल है जो हमारे क्लास में भी अभी रनिंग हो रहा है, तो मैं उसी को भी पढ़ने वाली हूँ एंड टीचर का टेस्ट भी है, सो आई एम गोइंग टू डू इट वेरी वेल। सो मैं पढ़ूंगी एक पैराग्राफ, फिर मैं समझूंगी, मैं आपको भी डिस्क्राइब करने की कोशिश करूँगी। सो लेट्स बिगिन इनटू दिस वन। सो दिस इज़ अ नोबल विच इज़ ऑफ द name Pride and Prejudice and it is written by Jane Austen. The spelling I will mention over here. The Jane Austen, Janeausten. Let's get for the introduction. So Jane Austen was born in December 16, 1775, Steventon, Hampshire, England. She died on July 18, 1870, Winchester, Hampshire. English writer who first gave the novel its distinctly modern character through her treatment of ordinary people in everyday life. She published 4 novels during her lifetime: Sense and Sensibility in 1811, Pride and Prejudice in 1813, Mansfield Park in 1814 and Emma 1815. In these and in Persuasion and Northanger Abbey, published together posthumously in 1870. She vividly depicted English middle class life during the early 19th century. Her novels defined the era's novel of manner, but they also became timeless classic that remained critical and popular success 2 centuries after her death. So that means here from this paragraph we come to know that Jane Austen was a kind of a writer of Winchester, Hampshire writer. She born on 16 December and died on 18 July in 1817. And she gave her very much famous work in the form of her poetries and her novels and her stories. So the novel which we are going to read is Pride and Prejudice, which she has given to us in 1813. Here, every such story she meant her to see the readers how the normal kind of thing of the life of English literature or the English families that time that's going on, and it is all kind of the story of 19th century. But her success led to her way when she was died, and after 2 years, all her books are published. So basically what happened after her death, when Pride and Prejudice was firstly published, it is heard to be that 1500 copies of her books of her published has been sold that time, and it is very much genuine for that time. It is very much extra for that time, that for a lady to be writing a novel, writing a story on a normal life, on a very cultural life. It's interconnected, you can say. Pride and Prejudice is interlocked between every loving person and every money mattered loving person. So here in this novel we're gonna learn about many characters, many characters of mind, characters of everything. So let's begin into the characters wise. So here we know about the Jane Austen. If you need a very description about Jane Austen, then I will be mentioning the Jane Austen description over here. It can be a handwritten or a printed one. Then here the come to the general critique of Pride and Prejudice. So what are the critics of Pride and Prejudice is, Pride and Prejudice continues to be popular today not only because of its memorable characters and the general appeal of the story, but also because of the skill with which it is told. In Pride and Prejudice, Austen display a masterful use of irony dialogues and realism that support the character development and highlight in the experience of reading the novel. Jane Austen's irony is devastating in its exposure of foolishness and hypocrisy. Self-delusion or the attempt to fool other people is almost always the object of her wit. Note how she has Elizabeth say that she hopes she will never laugh at what is wise or good. The reader finds various forms of exquisite irony in Pride and Prejudice. Sometimes the characters were unconsciously ironic, as when Mr. Bennet seriously asserted that she would never accept any entailed property through Mr. Collins is willing to. Other times, Mr. Bennet and Elizabeth serve to directly express the author's ironic opinion. When Mary Bennet is only daughter at home and doesn't have to be compared to her prettier sister, the author observed that it was doesn't have to be compared and suspected by her father that she submitted to the change without much reluctance. Mr. Bennet turned his wit on himself during the crisis with Wickham and Lydia. Let me once in my life feel how much I have been to blame. I am not afraid of being overpowered by the impression. It will pass away soon enough. So these lines are irony lines which are used by Jane Austen in this novel, and she has used many more metamorphical and irony lines, abbreviations in this line. Elizabeth's irony is light-hearted when Jane asked when she began to love Mr. Darcy. It has been coming on so gradually that I hardly know when it began, but I believe I must date it from my first seeing his beautiful grounds at Tremblay. She can be bitterly cutting, however, in her remark on Darcy's role in separating Bingley and Jane. Mr. Darcy is uncommonly kind to her, Bingley, and takes prodigious deal to care of him. The author, independent of any character, use irony in the narrative part of some of her sharpest but often unnoticed judgment. The Meryton community is glad that Lydia is marrying such a worthless man as Wickham, and the good-natured wishes for her well-doing which had proceeded before her food from all the spiteful old ladies in Meryton lost by little of their spirit in this change of circumstances, because with such a husband her misery was certain. Austen uses irony to both provoke whimsical laughter and to make weird, bitter observation in her hand, and few others are more capable at discriminating. Irony is an extremely effective device for moral evaluation. Dialogue also plays an important role in Pride and Prejudice. So here with the critics we come to know that Jane Austen has added many irony lines to this novel, and this dialogues, the critic type of dialogues over here, to enhance the power of this novel. The novel opens with a talk between Mr. Bennet and her husband. Sorry, Mrs. Bennet and her husband. My dear Mr. Bennet, said his lady to him one day, have you heard the Netherfield is let at least? In the conversation that follows, we learn a great deal about Mrs. Bennet's preoccupation with the marrying of her daughters, Mr. Bennet's ironic and sarcastic attitude towards his wife, and her self-pitying nature. The stage is effortlessly set up for the family's introduction to the Binglay's group. The stage is effortlessly set for the family's introduction to the Binglay's group. And the dialogue has given us information on both incident of plot and the attitudes which drives the character. The pieces of dialogue are consistently the most vivid and important parts of the novel. This is naturally because novels were most read aloud in Austen's time. So in this line, we have particularly known that novels are being written at that time. Like in 19th century, novels are written very much in the time of Jane Austen. Now here I am going to do a little bit description of or the discrimination between what is novel and novella. Novella is a small short poetry which we learn, and novel are the most big large one which we go through. So each character's speeches are individual, appropriate, and the most telling way of revealing that each is like Elizabeth talk is forthright and sparkling, her father sarcastic. Mr. Collins' speeches are tedious and silly, and lighting a fountain of words is all pivotally and not substance. The thing that happens in Pride and Prejudice happen to nearly all readers. Embarrassment at the foolishness of relatives and unsteady feeling of falling in love, and the chagrin of suddenly realizing a big mistake. The psychological realism of the novel is revealed in the quick recognition we have of how the key characters feel. It is very natural for Elizabeth and Darcy to be angry at each other after she first turns him down, and it is very natural for them to feel twinges of regret and then have a complete change of mind with the passage of time. Every step in their progress toward each other is described with a sensitivity to how people feel and act. In the subtle and the beautiful description of Elizabeth's self-realization is a convincing view of how an intelligent feeling person changes. When considering Austen's realism, however, readers should recognize that her major weakness as a writer is related to her greatest strength. She writes about what she knows, and this means that great areas of human experience are never touched on. We never see that much of the male characters, and they are rough sketches compared with their heroines. So here in this novel we can say that by this line we can completely say that the heroines are more sensible than the heroes, because the heroes are completely the hero or the heroines both are protagonists. What is the difference between protagonist and antagonist? Protagonists are the positive character, antagonists are the negative character in a poem or in a story or in a novel. So I think you have got with the protagonist and antagonist. And beforehand I told about the description or the discrimination between a novella and a novel. Then we will begin with this paragraph. We never see that much of the male characters, and they are rough sketches compared with their heroines. Extreme passions are usually avoided in her impersonal abstract voice. When Elizabeth accepts Darcy, Elizabeth immediately thought not very fluent, gave him to understand that her sentiment had undergone so material a change as to make her receive with gratitude and pleasure his present assurance. People who dislike Austen's work often cite the lack of extreme emotions as their main reason. Okay, here I want to interrupt with this line that Jane Austen as a girl, she has given us very much many novels and stories, short stories or many novels. So at that time many critics were there, they used to discourage her and her writings. Firstly, there was no publish of her stories or her novels, but afterwards, after her death, when the novel get published and they started reading, all the critics started loving in their work. So they become the positive criticism part, and those are the negative criticism. They are also started loving Jane Austen by her work, by her writing, and this was the most self-pleasing way for the Jane Austen that she got from the people during that time and now also. The review of Pride and Prejudice appeared in the journal. The critical review in March 1813, 2 months after the novel's publication. Like Jane Austen, this critical review was politically Tory, the review in Anonyms. The reviewer describes in detail the plot and character of Pride and Prejudice. Today, readers tend to regard the novel primarily as a love story between Elizabeth and Bennet and Mr. Darcy. Here, the reviewer identifies Elizabeth as a main character but emphasizes that a novel is a story of whole family. He suggests that this distinguishes Pride and Prejudice from most novels of the time in which the whole interest of the tale hangs upon one or two characters. Okay, so here we come to know that the main character are Mr. Darcy and Mrs. Elizabeth Bennet. These are the character of main of Pride and Prejudice, but I am going to give you a very descriptive characters about the Pride and Prejudice. So let me change the angle a bit because it's quite weird if I do in complete this kind of angle. So yeah. So now we are going to read the complete characters, the main characters of this novel, which is Pride and Prejudice. Here you can see I have made a brief on that. If you aren't getting this view properly, I will be giving a picture on the side and you can see a complete picture, and you can pause this video and get through this one. So there are, I think, in here which I have collected from my sources. So there are many more characters if I will distinguish. But I will be distinguish that afterwards. But now I'm going to go for the main characters over here. There are 15 to 17 main characters are there. So first character is Elizabeth Bennet. Then the second one is, first I'm going to read all the characters, then I'm going to go the relations between each and every characters now. Elizabeth Bennet, Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy, George Wickham, Charles Bingley, Mr. William Collins, Lydia Bennet, Mr. Bennet, Charlotte Lucas, Lady Catherine de Bourgh, Caroline Bingley, Jane Bennet, Mary Bennet, Kitty Bennet. Now Kitty Bennet is a short name of Catherine Bennet. Catherine Bennet is probably known as Kitty Bennet, and I am going to go for this particular novel with this name Kitty Bennet. Georgian Darcy, Mr. Gardiner and Mrs. Gardiner. Now I am going to go for the deep description of all the details and relations. Now in this picture you can see blue marks are there. I have highlighted these characters that these are the complete family in which this novel has been set up. Now you can see there are blue ticks of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 blue highlights are there. And behind there or near to there I have described and I have put a dot in there. I have put a little bit of marks in there to identify to you all and me also that what are these characters related about. Here the blue highlights are the complete family setup of Bennets. So all the Bennetians are the family. So there are Mr. Bennet, Mrs. Bennet, Elizabeth Bennet, Lydia Bennet, Jane Bennet, Marcy Bennet, Kitty Bennet. Is it clear? Now the first daughter is Jane Bennet. She is a very humble, very simple and most beautiful, prettier sister among all the sisters, and she is the first one. Secondly, Elizabeth Bennet, who is known as the main character of this novel. She is the second one. She is kind of judgmental. She is very straightforward and she is a little bit prettier than every sister. So here we come to know Jane Bennet and Elizabeth Bennet are same kind of a thing in a same level, but she is humble. She doesn't go for it straightforward. Who is Jane Bennet? And Elizabeth Bennet is kind of very judgmental, and she judges people very much, and she is very straightforward towards the people. Then come to the third one, which is Mary Bennet. She is the intermediate one. She doesn't have so very good things and so very bad things. The fifth one you came with Lydia Bennet. She is kind of unmatured girl, and she is kind of very much selfish about herself. She think about herself only, and she is kind of money-mated girl. Then come to the relations between Elizabeth Bennet and Darcy, Mr. Fitzwill William Darcy. Mr. Fitzwill William Darcy. Okay guys, I just open on the switch on the light because बहुत ना अंधेरा हो जा रहा है because बारिश होने वाली है, ऐसा अंधेरा हो जा रहा है. So I'm going to start with the next section. Sorry to interrupt because my parents are calling. That's why. Okay, so I'm going to start with the next session of the study. So here I'm going to say you the relations between every character and they're interlocked with how they are related. So Mr. Bennet and Mrs. Bennet are the parents of the Bennet sisters. Okay, so Mr. Bennet and Mrs. Bennet are the parents, and the love of Elizabeth, which is Mr. Darcy, the full name is Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy, who is a male character and the foremost main character. First I told male character, M-A-L-E, and then I told main character, which is M-A-I-N, main character. Okay. So George Wickham is related to Lydia Bennet. Now George Wickham, this is a person who is complete of negative character, and in this novel he has acquired a place of villain. You can see in this pic that I have marked as a villain, and as a villain, why I have marked, the reason behind it, he is kind of a very cunning, very wicked, kind of very cruel personality kind of a man. She knows only money and extract money from every person. So for that only he has first convinced Elizabeth to love him. When Mr. Darcy saved her from Mr. William Wickham, George Wickham, then he tried to again capture her very sister. She is Lydia Bennet. As Lydia Bennet is also kind of selfish and she is an immature girl, that's why he was able to capture Lydia Bennet. Then come to Charles Bingley. Charles Bingley is a friend of Mr. Darcy, and Charles Bingley is a neighbor of Mr. Bennet. Is it clear? So Charles Bingley is a neighbor of Mr. Bennet, and Charles Bingley is a friend of Mr. Darcy. Means Mr. Darcy, Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy and Charles Bingley both are friends. Charles William has a sister which is known as Caroline Bingley. Now Caroline Bingley is a kind of very droopy character. Who is she? How is her behavior? I'm going to tell in a bit. Then first go with Mr. William Collins. He is uncle to Bennetian sister. So he was a cousin to Mr. Bennet and uncle to Bennetian sister. So Mr. William Collins is the uncle to Miss Bennetian sisters. Is it clear? Then come to the Charlotte Lucas. Charlotte spelling is C-H-A-R-L-O-T-T-E and Lucas L-U-C-A-S. Charlotte Lucas is a friend of Elizabeth. Elizabeth Bennet's friend is Charlotte Lucas. She is a girl and she is kind of a money-minded person. She thinks her opinion is to marriage is only marriage is not for love, or love is not the main component of the marriage. The main thing is to be the money, because after marriage you need money to be settled in this worldly life. So she thinks that money is everything, love is not so very important. But Jane Bennet and Elizabeth Bennet, she is completely, these two are completely opposite. And I would say rather Mrs. Bennet, their mother is also kind of a very much money minded person. She thinks to live a good marriageable life or lead a good life, money is important, not the love between the family members. Is it clear? So Elizabeth Bennet and Jane Bennet, they think love is more precious than any other worldly or materialistic things. Now we are come to Lady Catherine de Bourgh. Now I'm going to pronounce the spelling. Lady is lady, Catherine Catherine, de Bourgh, Bourgh. So Lady Catherine de Bourgh, as you can again see in this picture that it is been here stated as William, that Lady Catherine de Bourgh is an old lady, and how she is connected to this novel, she is aunt to Mr. Darcy, Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy, and Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy again has a sister which is Georgian Darcy. Georgian Darcy again is a sister of Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy, and Lady Catherine de Bourgh is a villain here as a Lady Villain, we know you it. Then come to Caroline Bingley. Caroline Bingley, as I said beforehand, she is a sister to Mr. Bingley. And then come to Jane Bennet. Now first I'm to give a little brief on Caroline Bingley. So Caroline Bingley is a sister of Mr. Bingley, and she is kind of again very jealous to Elizabeth Bennet, and she wanted to marry the Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy as she loves him, because Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy is a character or personality of, as we can say, good looking, well charming and very well superior character. And I want to here also again mention that Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy is kind of very superior character. He doesn't love to be see the inferior character in front of them, because he is kind of a class materialistic kind of discriminating person. Then come to, I have already told you, Jane Bennet, Mary Bennet and Kitty Bennet. Then come to Georgian Darcy. Georgian Darcy is again sister of Mr. Darcy, and she is kind of a very good girl. She firstly used to dislike this Elizabeth Bennet, but later on she get with her. And then come to Mr. Gardiner and Mrs. Gardiner. Who is this Mr. Gardiner and Mrs. Gardiner? They are brother and sister-in-law to Mrs. Bennet. That means they are the maternal uncle to this Bennetian sister. Clear? So these are the main characters. I think there are 16 to 17 characters are the main characters in this scope, and there are a lot more characters are there. Now I am going to describe or discriminate the characters of male and the female. There are male characters, there are female characters. So here are the main characters in this poem, in this novel are Mr. Bennet, Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy, again I am going to repeat it, Mr. Charles Bingley, Mr. William Collins, Mr. Georgewell Wickham, Mr. Denny, Colonel Fitzwilliam, Sir William Lucas, Mr. Gardiner, Colonel Forster, which is the spelling of Forster is Forster, Mr. Hurst, Mr. Phillips, and then come to the woman part, which is the woman part of this one is Mrs. Bennet, Miss Jane Bennet, Miss Elizabeth Bennet, Miss Mary Bennet, Miss Catherine or Kitty Bennet, and Miss Lydia Bennet, Miss Caroline Bingley, Miss Hurst, Lady Lucas, Mr. Charlotte Lucas, Mrs. Charlotte Lucas, and Mr. Phillips, Mrs. Phillips, Mrs. Reynolds, Lady Catherine de Bourgh, Miss Anne de Bourgh, Miss Jenkinson, Miss Georgian Darcy, Mrs. Forster, Miss Gardiner. So these are the lady characters in this, and those are the male character in this novel. So, yeah. Then we are going to start with this. So this is it for this study with me video, and if you like this one, then definitely share this one, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and definitely feel free to comment down below how I like this one. I'm going to describe this novel in the next part of this video, and it's quite a very big novel as I told you. So I'm going to go through first by myself, then I'm going to describe in front of you. If you like this technique, you can also follow this one, and if it helps to you, then definitely comment me, and I would love to read your comments here. And you can also follow me in Instagram. I will give you the Instagram link or the channel, something like that, in the description down box. You can follow me there, and I randomly active on Instagram now onwards, and I'm gonna complete and continue with this one in the next upcoming videos. I will try to post every day now, because as I'm going to with my study with me series, and so I'm going to post this one. So today I'm going to again review something what we learned today. We done with the introduction of Jane Austen, and the name of the novel is Pride and Prejudice. It is the 1815th novel which is we are reading now, and it was published after 2 years of death of Jane Austen. And as all the critics at that time of 19th century, this is all about 19th century's novel, so the critics are also very much happy to learn about this one, her work, her talent. And then in Pride and Prejudice we learned about the complete family, the setup of the novel, as novel is taken by the whole family setup, but the main characters are Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy and Miss Elizabeth Bennet. They have 5 sisters and their parents. There are 7 characters in this poem. Sorry, again I'm telling this poem, it's a novel. And their loved ones are also there. As a villain they have Mr. Williams and D. Brooke, Lady Catherine D. Brooke. And yep, after the character description, I'm going to move with the chapter describe in my next video. So stay tuned with this. With a bye, love you.